Hello and welcome back to Stackhouse Knives down here in Wellington, New Zealand. Thank you very much for watching. This week's video is going to be a pretty special video and pretty exciting to do. I got asked by a couple that are to be wed very soon. I got asked by them to craft and forge their wedding bands. They've asked me to make the wedding rings out of Damascus Steel. So the plan is that I'm going to be forging two rings, and they are going to look pretty amazing. I'm going to be forging the steel from a much higher layer count steel because it's going to look really nice on the band. Now the process of making them are going to be forging them from a pre-made billet of steel. I'm not going to get into the details of how to make Damascus steel. That's in a different video. The steps that I'll be taking will be creating a band, and they're going to overlap each other, and I'm going to be adding a piece of gold, 18 karat gold, in between. Those are going to be all soldered together using jewellery soldering techniques. Once all of those processes are done, I'm going to be getting on to using the grinders and burr tools to grind away to achieve the desired shape and to achieve their specific ring size. That's the plan, so we'll get into the process work. The next step is this has already been done, this guy. Now I want to be able to forge this little piece of gold so that it'll fit inside this little spacer in here. So that's the next step. So I'm going to be getting a little ball peen hammer and just slowly forging this gold out to the appropriate length. Okay, when you're working with any gold and silver, when you start hammering it while it's cold, it's going to start to work harden. That means that the more times I keep hitting the material, it's starting to compress the grains and get harder and tougher. To revert this process, I'm going to be annealing and softening the gold again so that it will become more workable. If I choose not to do this process, I can lead the material into resulting into cracking and falling apart and really ruining the material. So annealing is quite an important process with jewellery making and any metal work. The idea is that you need to anneal the materials to make it soft so that it is workable again. The 18 karat gold formed out into the piece. I'll be using some 18 karat solder as well. So this is going to be the metal that will be heated up, and it will also melt earlier than the melting point of the 18 karat gold. I want to cut 2 small strips of this material and put them between the, I want to put them around the gold so that it will melt and give me a really good soldering join. The next step is that the inside of the Damascus Steel band is a little bit dirty, so you want to be able to file, I want to be able to file inside this space to clean that up so that it doesn't cause me any problems when I go to solder the piece as well. So, making the band was pretty fun. I've forged both bands, I've soldered the gold as you've seen, and the bands are pretty much done. See, this is his band, and then this one here is her band. You can see that in the right light. That's the 2 of them together. Now, these have all been polished to around about maybe 1200 grit. I'm not going to go any further than that. The final step to these bands looking absolutely awesome is the acid etching, and it's the last and most important step with any Damascus Steel project, is you need to acid etch it to reveal those layers and the pattern. Thank you very much for watching this week's very special video. If you have any ideas or suggestions on what you'd like to see made from Damascus Steel next week, please hit me up and let me know, or put it down in the comment section down below. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the post notification to get upcoming content and notifications of our works down here at Stackhouse Knives. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'm Shea Stackhouse from Wellington, New Zealand. Thank you.